So, a couple days ago, an ICE officer made himself famous by shoving a lady out of the way who was interfering with an arrest. Now, just so you people understand, it is against federal law for you to interfere with an officer who is lawfully discharging his duties. That means standing in front of the car, grabbing anybody, getting in their way, blocking doors, holding on to the person that they're trying to arrest, screaming and yelling. So, pretty much all of these activities that the quote protesters are engaging in are illegal. They are not protected forms of speech. Now, that law is 18 USC 111, in case you want to go look it up. So, why then is ICE and the FBI and the Border Patrol and the other agencies tasked with making illegal immigration arrests currently not arresting people for violation of 18 USC 111? Because it is a good charge and it's a winnable charge, especially in these circumstances. Well, what you have to understand is the way law enforcement actually works in the United States is that the officer or agent isn't the one who determines if a case moves forward. It's the attorneys involved that make those determinations. So effectively, like we saw in Seattle, if rioting and looting and burning cars is not going to be prosecuted by the local district attorney, well, then the police don't bother making any arrests. Why? Because the case isn't going anywhere anyway. And so the problem we have in the federal government is that the prosecutors that are on the payroll are all a bunch of idiot liberals and communists. Now, this is not my opinion. I know this to be a fact. And let me explain to you how I know. I used to be a Customs and Border Protection officer down on the southern border, not working in a cushy airport or in a customs warehouse facility. I was arresting drug addicts and drunks and serving warrants on idiots on a daily basis. On the southern border, it's a real law enforcement job. It's nothing like working in an airport. Anyway, I was serving an arrest warrant on an idiot who was wanted for burglary. And as soon as the guy realized that he was being hit with this warrant that he knew was outstanding, that's why he was hiding in Mexico in the first place, he decided he wanted to fight. Now, don't worry, I kicked his ass. I wanted to charge the guy under 18 USC 111 because his burglary charge was a state and local charge, and it was probably going to get negotiated down anyway, and this guy was a real scumbag, and I wanted him to get some prison time. I was actually told that we don't use that charge because the AUSA believes, now this is in Arizona, that when you try to arrest someone, it's only self-defense if they assault you, and therefore they don't make the charge. So I've seen officers getting clubbed, punched in the face, all kinds of things that almost any other regular city police department would throw the book at somebody for, but not on the federal level. Now, does that mean the guy didn't violate the law? No. What it means is we have to get rid of all of our AUSAs. They need to go through and look at these people's trial records and case records and find out if they're actually prosecuting criminals or if they're just prosecuting political crimes, which is what most of them do. I mean, there's a case going on right now where an Amish guy is being prosecuted, I believe in Pennsylvania, for selling unpasteurized cheese to people who specifically wanted unpasteurized cheese. Meanwhile, we have all of these communists and lunatics rioting and blocking traffic and attacking ICE officers, and none of them are getting arrested. Now, if I had been the ICE agent in that case where that lady who got shoved down to the ground, I would have arrested the lady. I would have charged her under 18 U.S.C. 111, and then it would have been up to the AUSA to dismiss the charge, but at least she would get 24 hours in jail. And then I would probably get written up because I guarantee you there is an order at ICE currently not to engage with these idiots. And that's wrong. ICE officers have federal arrest authority, and they have the legal authority to make arrests for all crimes against the United States, just like any other law enforcement officer. And they certainly have the authority to arrest somebody who's interfering with their operations. We should actually probably have just as many pending cases for violations of 18 U.S.C. 111 as we do for pending deportation cases. Now, the beauty of the cases for 18 U.S.C. 111, those are going to go to regular federal courts. They're not going to tie up the immigration court system. They don't have anything to do with the immigration court system. So, if you guys don't call your congressman and tell them we are tired of the nonsense, we want enforcement actions against all of these communist agitators and douchebags, nothing is going to happen. We have all of the wrong people in office. The people that you think are doing a good job are not. They may mean well, but they have no idea what needs to be done, and they have no idea how to do it, and they don't have the balls to do it, even if they knew. Now, I voted for Trump 3 times, but I never voted for Bondi, and I could tell you flat out, she's not doing her job. Now, everybody's mad at Cash and Bongino. You have to understand, it doesn't do you any good to arrest people if you can't get the Attorney General to prosecute.